Hello everyone, welcome back to another video at long last. It's been a while since I've done one. Today I'm going to look at the portfolio section of the software, and it's a separate section, so you need to open it separately. And to do that you just go up here to File, left click and come down to here where it says Portfolio and left click on that. It takes a little while to open, so just be patient, but I've already done it, so I'll just open up my portfolio section here, and so that'll save a bit of time. And what will happen is a new window will open. Now, what is Portfolio for? Portfolio is basically a navigation panel to find your designs. So it's easier than just trying to look for a design through the software, in that when you look for a design through the software, let's just minimize that again, and say I was going to open a design. I would click open and this window would open and I would get lists of designs here, and to be able to see the design I need to click on each individual design to see a picture of the design in the preview window. And so this can be quite tedious if you can't remember where you left a design. So rather than spend hours clicking on lots of designs, I'm just going to cancel that. You can go to your portfolio section and you can browse through here, because it will actually show you pictures of all the designs in any given folder. So let me show you how that happens. So with the software you get free designs, so we'll go and have a look at those for instance. And that's in your C drive. So this is your navigation panel, and you just need to left click on each of the options to open them up. So C drive is now open with all its different areas, and they're in alphabetical order. So just come down, because the software has created My Designs folder here. Now you may not have Embroidery Software 6. I've added that because I had Embroidery Software 5 My Designs as well, and I wanted to keep both. Now to open that folder, you see there's no design showing yet. You need to keep navigating to the actual folder that contains designs. So I'm going to open the My Designs folder, and it's got all the sections: animals, art, design, art link, artwork, borders, children, etc. So for instance, if I wanted to find something that was in the borders folder, I would left click on that and all the borders will open up here on the right hand side. So I can then go through and find the design I want much quicker. So there's all sorts of other things you can do with Portfolio as well. So first of all I'll talk about this view here. So I've actually got this on thumbnails and information. You can view these designs in different ways, and you can either go to the view panel and highlight either design thumbnails, which will just give you the design and no information, just the number of the design, or you can view the design list, which I don't find particularly helpful. I'd much rather see a picture. So you can then just go back to view design thumbnails and summary. Now that's also available here on this little square icon, thumbnail, summary or list. So if you don't want to open the view menu, you can go to this icon and choose which way you want to view those designs. Okay, so once you've got your designs open and you've selected your designs, there's lots of things you can do with them. You can open it directly in the software, and you can do that once you've selected a design. So for instance, if I wanted to open this design in the software, I have now got some more options. Some of these things were grayed out before I selected a design, so but I think I have to click on File, Open with the Bernina Embroidery Software if I wanted to open in the software. So if I just left click on that, it will open it up in the software on a new window, and there's the design. Let's just go to Artistic View so you can see. So you don't need to then remember which folder it was in and go back and then open the right folder and open it. You can open direct from Portfolio. Okay, let's just go back to Portfolio. Now of course, if there's something I forgot to mention, is if this navigation panel isn't showing, this little icon here with the little dots is the one that hides it or shows it. So if I left click on that, my navigation panel will disappear. If I left click on it again, it will come back. So that's just in case you get to Portfolio and you can't find your navigation panel. Now, sorry, that was just an aside. Now, before I showed you that to select a design and to open it in the software, I went File, Open with Bernina Embroidery Software. You don't need you don't need to come up to the file. If I just left click down here, you can right click on the design and the same options will come up here. Okay, so I could have clicked here, Open with Embroidery Software, and the same thing would have happened. Open just opens the design, and it may open, well, it would need to open in the software. Let's just click it and see what happens, and again, yes, it just opens in the software, but you may have other software on your machine, on your computer, that it might open with as well. So I just like to use the Open with Embroidery Software, the Bernina Embroidery Software, because I know for sure that's where it's going to open. Okay, let's minimize that. Now your other options here is to print a worksheet. Now this is similar to printing your template and your worksheet from the software, but you have much more limited options. Let's just click on that and see. We can choose whether we want to fit it to the page or actual size. We can choose whether we're going to see it in artistic view. We can choose whether we're going to see the hoops and the picture that it may be in the background, whether that shows. But that's all the options we've got, and then you click OK and it takes you to your printer page. Whereas in the software you can actually do a print preview and see what it's going to look like before you print it. And if you and you've got all sorts of other options about what you want to show, what you want to include and what you don't want to. If you watch my video on printing templates that I did some time ago, that will give you all the information there. So I would prefer to actually go into the print from the actual software. So from here, if you go File, Print Preview, you will get all your options. Now this is actually showing a hoop, and you've got your options here, and you can see artistic view, hoop, picture, connectors, start and end, crosshairs, background color, etc., applique patterns, all sorts of other options there. Cancel. So that's much easier. I have to close this here, don't I? So as I said, again, go back to my templates video for that. So the other problem here is if this design wasn't saved with a hoop, then you may not necessarily get a hoop in your printout, and you certainly wouldn't get the XY crosshairs choice either if it wasn't saved with that particular hoop. So yeah, that's why I don't really print from here for individual design worksheets. You've got that here, and you can also print from the print icon up here as well. Now, converting designs. You may have had to download a design in a different format than you wanted. So if you have a Bernina machine, you can't always find you might find a design that you really like that's not in the art format or the EXP format for your Bernina machine. So you could then select the design and convert it to the correct format with this conversion tool. So as I said, you can right click here and do it that way, or there is a little icon up here for conversion, and this box here will open. And the important thing here is to browse to where you want to save the design, because it's very easy for it to go somewhere where you don't want it, because it usually comes up with the last location that you were using. So it's not necessarily going to save it back into this same folder. So be very careful that you do this very first of all. Browse to the position you want to save the design in its new format. Okay, so in this case, the other option too, of course, is if you don't have a Bernina machine and you've got an art format design, or you want to save one of the art format designs that came with the software to another format for your machine, you can do that here as well. I'm going to cancel that. You can save more than one design. I'm going to cancel this again too. So you can select all the designs in the folder to convert at the same time. So if you left click on the first one, hold down your shift key and left click on the last one, they'll all highlight. So whichever design is highlighted will convert in this process. Just left click one again. No, it's not going to deselect them. Okay, I'll just go to a different folder. Okay, so I get rid of those selected designs. I'm not sure how I deselect, but okay, so these are opening. So if you want to select individual designs rather than the whole folder, you can hold your control key down. So if I select the first one, it's selected, and if I hold my control key down, I can select any other designs I want to convert at the same time. Okay, and then either use your convert icon or right click and convert. So as I said, very first of all, browse to where you want your designs to be saved, and then it's a matter of selecting putting a check mark next to the format you want it to save to. So you may want to save to more than one format. So you can put as many checks as you like down to next to all these different formats for the different machines. Okay, and just left click on them to deselect again. So if I wanted to save these to pairs, I would select the pairs option here. Now it probably saves to about version 4 of pairs, although I have seen in the new software it saves to version 6 of pairs if you save from the software, but in Portfolio I'm not sure. Let's just see, let's say that we want to browse to this exact same location. So we've got Bernina, so we need to go up here to see what's going on. We need to go to the local disk to see, down to My Designs, so we don't need users. My Designs must be up a little bit. There we are, into the My Designs folder. And which folder am I in? I'm in Children. So, and I can see that up here. So My Designs and Children. So that's going to save these designs to exactly the same place, and you'll see them come up on the window very soon. So I'm saving them to pairs, and I'll go OK. Would you like to record the results in a log file? I never bother with that. If for some reason you need to keep a record of these conversions, then you can do that, but I've never bothered. So just click No, and you'll see here it's converting the designs. Okay, now those designs I just converted have popped up here, and you can see that they say pairs. So I've now got them in the pairs format as well. Okay, so that's how you convert designs. You can also, if you have a sewing machine actually attached, connected to the software, and your manual will tell you how to do that, you can actually select the design you want to stitch and send it straight. Obviously I would select Art Design. I'm not sure, I think it only works with Bernina machines, but you can actually stitch the selected design, so send it to your machine directly from this icon. What else have we got in our options? Converting, writing to card or machine. So when they say card, that's the old Bernina cards, deco cards. It hasn't got the option here to send it to your USB stick as far as I'm aware. You have to actually have your machine connected. So again, the software is a little bit more user friendly for sending the design off to be stitched. Validate and refresh. So if you've been doing things and you want to refresh the screen, you can left click here. Create a zip archive. So you can zip up all these files if you want. If you have created some designs of your own that you want to send to somebody, you can create a zip archive and send it. You can also extract a zip archive. Now let me see if I have got, I'm just going to pause the video for a moment to see if I can find a zipped archive to open. Just bear with me. Okay, I've actually opened a zip file I had of my Greek motif lion, and so that was down here. I just left clicked on that, and you can see it's a zip file here. So it will actually show the designs that are in a zip file, but they're still not extracted. Now the question marks are, it says unknown format. This is actually a PDF that's in that folder as well, so a PDF is not going to open in the software, but it actually is going to show as a file in the software. And this one over here is in the GEF format, which this software doesn't open. So that's why that's question mark there. But if I go extract now, so let's select them all and right click and go extract the zip archive, and we can again decide where we want to extract it to. Let's just go to the desktop. Okay, I'm just going to extract it to the desktop and go OK, because then I can get rid of it from there. Alright, now I'm not sure. It says I can open it with a software, so let's just choose Art version 4. It was the most modern one. It was a while ago when no, version 6 OS. Oh, that's XXX. Yep. So in the arts, the latest one I did, and that was version 4. It was quite a while ago when I did that one. So let's just open that with the embroidery software and see if it will open it. Yes, it will. So even though it's not the extracted version, it will still open the design from the portfolio, even though it's a zipped up file. Design. So, and then you can save it from here as save the design from here so that it's no longer zipped up in your normal save process. File, save as. Okay, so that's another useful thing for Portfolio, in that if you have zipped up designs, you don't have to extract them first. You can actually get access to the individual designs in a zipped up folder straight into your software. I'm just going to close that one and minimize that. Okay, you can delete individual designs out of a folder. So if you're cleaning up, you can go through, select them, and then just select delete. Or you can ask for the properties of an individual design. Now the properties will give you more information than is in the summary. So you actually can find out here how much bobbin length you'll need, for instance, what version software it was created in. It was actually created in version 5, so I must have an Art 5 there somewhere. Yes, there it is. Missed that one. Where it is positioned in the hoop, where the end position is, so it's going to end in end X and Y, so naught for that, so it's ending in the center, I believe. How many colors are in the design, how many stitches are in the design, and you can go through your different designs here. So it will go through each design that you've highlighted with these arrows. The red arrows will do the same. Go to the next. So it says here go to the next design, and the blue arrows are go to the next selected design. So if you haven't selected any, it will just go through all the designs on your sheet. But if you use the red ones, if you've selected some and not others, and you only want to look at the selected ones, you use the blue arrows. And you've got to open the design in the design editor, so that'll take it straight to the software. This will take you start the slideshow in reverse, stop the slideshow, start the slideshow forward. So this works like a slideshow. Make it go faster or slower. So if you don't want to individually click through your designs, you can set it up as a slideshow. Okay, cancel that. That's basically what you can do. Oh, you can sort designs too. So you've got some shortcut icons here. You can view the properties for the selected design. The other thing you can do is, I think we did that already. No, it's not there. Okay, so it must be in the file. So yes, there's a few more options under the file menu item. So you can actually print this out as a catalogue. So if you want a hard copy of all your designs with a summary next to them, you can print this out as a catalogue. An HTML catalogue is a catalogue suitable for sending to the internet. You can export a design list. You can create a zip archive or extract a zip archive. So then we're back to the options you had there. And the other thing is you can sort designs. So if your designs are named, you can sort them in by file type. First designed, height, last changed, none, stitches, version, width, let's go version, ascending or descending, and then by, so you've got a second option again, so you can sub-sort as well, and go okay. So now it's sorted it into alphabetical order of, except for the two unknown ones, which is put first, but then from then on I've got my art first. All my art ones are together now, and then I've got XXXDST, HUS, VIP, VIP3, PES, and that doesn't seem to be in alphabetical order to me. So there may be that, I'm not sure why that's done that, but you've got sorting options there that you can they're all version 6, whereas these are version 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's sorted in them in I chose the version. Okay, so it started at version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then all the others were version 6, so they've come second. So again, you could the file type, the height of the design, last change, none, stitches, version, width. They're the options you've got. So we've got more sliding bar, colors, design name. So if you want to sort them by design name, mine are all the same name, Lion, so that's not going to be of any help. But let's just cancel that. If I was back up here in the borders, okay, they all start with different numbers and so forth, so let's sort those by design name. So sort by design name, ascending, and go OK. And they've moved around a little bit, but the first ones are B's, C's, F's, F's, H, D, H's, N's, and so on. So they have sorted in alphabetical order of the design name. If they had, name like ball, B, and then rows, you'd get ball come up first and the B come up next and the rows come up, which if you've got a lot of designs in the one folder, that would help you find the design a little bit more quickly than scrolling down through them. That's pretty much it. Now if you want to find out more information about Portfolio or go over anything I've said, or find out how to connect your machine, you can always go to your help about Banina Portfolio here, or you can go to this, that will tell you everything about Banina Portfolio, or you can go to the standard help menu, and you can go to the contents or the index and search for things, and this is the help menu just for Banina Portfolio 2. So I'll just close that. So you've got your help menu there for Banina Portfolio. Back in the software, let me just come back here. You can also go to the help menu here and go to the on-screen manual. And we'll just bear with, that didn't come up, did it? Oh, it's still working, there we go. And your manual will come up, and it's under Design Management, how to work through the portfolio. So you've got Banina Portfolio Basics and Advanced. So there's a lot of information in there going over what I've said, and it'll probably make a bit more sense now that you've seen this video. I hope you enjoyed that. I will hopefully get another video up soon. Thank you very much.